Yo, welcome back to another Squad Busters video. Today we're gonna dive deep into one of the most critical strategies in the game, and that's how to dominate the center. The center, the middle, whatever you like to call it, consists of the mine, which is closed in the first 3 minutes of the game, and a lot of monsters and resources that you can tap. And also, it is a crucial part of the game for a few game mods in the game, and that's Ring Grab, Super Gem Mine, even Gem Hot Pot, Angry Vines, and etc. And I'll be obviously discussing more in depth on why the center is so important and how you can dominate in this very important area of the game. So the center is also a really good method for you to actually be the king of the hill, meaning that like you won't be finishing between 3rd or 9th place. If you can control the center, there is a higher chance for you to get 1st or 2nd or like the higher positions in a game. So most of the time, it's not really the utmost importance to go to the center. You actually would need to accrue as many troops and as many resources as you can get, or else you'll get destroyed by the bigger monsters like the ones in Lava World, where they deal a lot of damage. And if you go to the center with only 1 troop, you would put yourself in a very weak position. Not only you could die from these monsters, you could die from someone competing with you in the center with better troops and better resources. So it's important to actually not rush it, but to still keep the importance on going to the center as much as possible. What I would do is I would collect coins from the goblin, or even like high damaging troops like Colt, Shelly, etc. to kill some monsters and to get as many resources as possible. And then you can break the blue boxes to get boosts so you can get to the center as fast as possible. Another great farmer unit that you can use is Greg, but one thing that I advise you to do if you have a Greg is to chop down the trees near your spawn point rather than going instantly to the center. Except obviously you're going for a ring and a ring grab, or like all those gems in a super gem mine. You have to just chop the trees near you and then go to the center, because the center has a lot of trees. So by any luck, if there's no one who could chop them down yet, you get all those resources for yourself and get more troops so you can survive the onslaught at the center. Now I'm going to be discussing troops that are very good at the center zone and have like some area damage, area effects, or things to control the center. And in my opinion, the first troop that it comes in mind is Pam. So Pam has a good wide range of abilities. One of them is getting a healing station, so it will heal in an area all your troops. And because the center is such a limited zone in the game, you can actually use that to your advantage, so you can heal your troops. And another area control troop is, I would say, bee. Because of the bees, while you are trying to heal or anything like that, you can keep your bees and you can protect your troops from anyone or any monster by dealing damage to them piece by piece at the center. A super great crowd control troop for you to use is actually Dr. T. Dr. T is a really good troop if you are trying to protect your position at the center, because the crab is very slow moving, and if you can get that crab to stay at the center while there are like other players around, it's a really great way for you to farm the resources at the center. And I almost forgot about Jessie with her turrets. So if you are worried that people are going to come around, you can always have a defense system in place, especially in such a limited area at the center. And the turrets are a great way for you to do that. And there's a troop that you need to use in order to fully unlock the abilities of the troop. And you need to rush to the center at any time you get this troop, and that's the tank. Because the tank is such a high damage dealing troop with a high health that you don't really have to worry about it dying at the center from all the monsters. You need to get that tank ASAP, and the tanks are usually at the center of the game. Once you're quite settled in the center, or either in the mid game or the late game, it's important to keep moving in the center and to actually be as close to the edges as possible, because putting yourself in the very middle, like in the mine zone of the game, will actually make you very vulnerable to 1, monsters, 2, players, and 3, not being able to get the resources that is around you. And a lot of the big monsters, like the baby dragon in Green World, the kaiju in the desert world, spawns at like some of the edges in at the center, and not in the very middle in the mine. So unless you're in Ring Grab or in Super Gem Mine, it's important to keep your eyes open and to keep moving on the edges, so that you can get out of the center when needed, and you can get back in the center when needed as soon as possible. And this is also a great strategy if you're playing Ring Grab, because most of the time you will not be able to hold the position at the center. So don't force it. Don't force it to be in the center and to get every ring you can get, because you can just kill one troop from a squad carrying a ring and it will drop all its rings. So it's kind of broken. So it's important, if you are trying to get the ring from the center, it's important to monitor it from kind of in a very safe distance. You don't have to get out the center for that. You can just, once again, mosey around the edges and keep an eye on the ring. And once it spawns, if there is no one, or if there is a weak squad ahead of you, you can just get that ring and get out as soon as possible. So now we talked about troops, we talked about the areas in the game, and now a very important factor to hold that position in the center are spells. Spells are one of the most important aspects of the game, and using them to your advantage is for sure a very positive thing. So if you can get a wizard comes in handy, because not only will that give you an edge to other players in terms of the spells you can get, because the wizard's ability is that you can hold 2 spells at once. It will also deal splash damage, which is very important, especially in a crowding area at the center. And all spells, I mean it, all spells are really good for this. The lock spell is good to knock back people if you're trying to get that ring, or you're trying to get all the gems in the Super Gem Mine. You can use it to knock back other squads. Also, the lightning, the rage spell, the snow, the ice freeze spell, those are really good when it comes to giving you that edge to other players and to make sure you are the king of the hill in that center. And the final thing that I would like to mention when trying to dominate the center is actually to use your boost as minimal as possible, because you never know the time when the time comes for you to actually escape the center, when things start to get really, really bad. Like, for example, if there are like 7 squads in the center trying to dig you down, and the outside is still free of the vines, and someone's trying to kill you, you can use the boost you have stored, unless of course you have a Hog Rider, and you can escape that onslaught from the center and to farm other things in the edges and like the outer map. So I hope you guys find this video very helpful for you guys who want to like win more games, especially to control the center. I hope the gameplay in the background here entertains you all and is a good being aggressive and hate being in the center. There is always the farming option, or there's always like being a pacifist in the game, where you accrue resources not through those monsters, but through like Reg, Mavis, and etc. All the farmers. Consider leaving a like and comment and subscribe for more of my Squad Bushers content. Other than that, I'll see you very soon and have a good day.